So I bought a cheap corset from Shein, and I bought a top as well, something that had long sleeves with a collar. So I put the shirt on, put the corset on top of it, pinned the areas in place, sewed along the edge of the corset to attach the pieces, and then I cut the excess off. And next I'm making the finger bones for the wings. I'm using Worbla. So then I used another piece of Worbla and attached some, I want to say maybe 10 gauge wire. It was wire I already had lying around. So I attached those to the Worbla finger things. And then I added foam clay on top of that, just so it's like a lightweight material to help build out the shape of the finger bones. I made a basic template, wing template. I initially watched Mossy Fox's video to see how she did hers. Basically, you just lay on the ground, trace your arm, or have someone else trace your arm, and then just draw a basic wing shape that you want. I just used some leftover fabric I had from another project. Not the best fabric. This was like a really cheap, like polyester, maybe breadcloth or something. And it has absolutely no stretch to it. A little bit of stretch is better. After I cut the fabric to shape, I just pinned it in place and then sew it, cut the excess, and I waited to do the final trim until after everything was glued up and airbrushed. Yeah, here's it half sewn, half pinned, just to make sure all the finger bones and everything were in place. Now I'm working on the filigree. So I looked up a bunch of different filigree patterns, and I looked up pre-bought appliques, and I couldn't find the ones I wanted, so I decided to sketch up my own. And then I printed those out to the size that I wanted, and then I decided to use puffy paint to get the shape, because when I like a new medium, I use it for everything, like Mod Podge. I use it for absolutely everything. That's the nice thing about doing the puffy paint just like on saran wrap and not on your fabric, because if you make a mistake, you can easily just like trim it and get the lines a lot cleaner and sharper than you would ever be able to otherwise. And you don't risk the mistake of messing up your final fabric. And then I bought some cheap like gems and like a cheap jewelry pendant, and I decided to fix those into the filigree just to add some more interest, more kind of fanciness. I also added some liquid latex over the gems to make painting a bit easier so I don't have to like clean the gems. So that's what I'm peeling off at the moment. Okay, and now I'm adding a red velvet panel to the front because the corset has a zipper that comes directly down the front of it and I didn't like the look of it. So I figured I would try to hide it. But I still needed it to be usable so I could get in and out of the corset. So I'm sewing along only one side. So I'm sewing one side of the panel to the corset, and the other side I'm adding magnets so I can open it like a flap to get to the zipper when I need to. And I just found these magnets from Amazon. I tried to look for just something really thin but still strong enough where it wouldn't pop off if I moved too fast or weird. And then once the filigree was fully done, I finally glued that onto the red panel. Oh, and I just used some this like beaded trim that I bought, and I just sewed those onto the boning in the corset. And here's the panel in action. It opens nicely, covers the zipper good, and snaps right back into place. I didn't like how straight and boring the bottom of the corset edge was. I thought about adding some trim there, but then I decided I would just cut out a little like bat wing type shape. So I just added some tape onto the corset and sketched my design. And I had to cut the boning that's in the corset. It's just plastic boning. So I cut the bottom of the channel and just pulled down the plastic and cut that. That way I could fold the edge. That way I could fold the edge of the fabric after to get a nice clean edge for me to sew. And I just hand sewed everything. As you can see, I was going for kind of stereotypical Victorian vampire look. I wanted the red and black, the high collar, the like gothic look to it. Like the old Dracula costumes. I wanted to do like my own take on that. Oh god. And then all the airbrushing. Man, it took so long. Cause I have a tiny little airbrush and those wings are the whole wingspan is taller than me. I mean, I'm only 5 feet tall, but still. So it was just a lot of fabric to cover, and I just did it in my garage, and I live in Florida, so it is damn hot. It was, I want to say maybe like around June that I did the airbrushing. So it was like a hot oven in my garage. And of course, I was all hunched over and like on the ground, kneeling like a gremlin for hours at a time. And when I finally finished, I had like the worst back spasm that night that I could barely move. It was like a good week until I was like fully back to normal, be able to like bend over without feeling like an old person and my back getting stuck. And for reference, I'm 28 now. Ooh, I guess I'm getting up there. I'm almost 30. But yeah, body's starting to break down. Okay, and for the skirt, I I was lazy again and I just bought something, I think from Shein. I know it's not a great thing to do, but I don't have a lot of money. So for what I wanted specifically, it was easier just to look on there. And I just lightly altered the skirt because otherwise it was pretty perfect. It had kind of that damask looking design on it that matches the corset, but I didn't like the big front applique that's on it. But luckily it was just kind of tacked on with a few stitches. So I was able to just seam rip that. And finishing up the finger bones, I just painted them with black acrylic paint and then sealed them with Mod Podge just to give them a different sheen so they didn't look so dull and to protect the paint. Wow, yeah, so even with my hands spread up, the wings are entirely bigger than me. And I did some beadwork. I got like some red gems and some red like teardrop looking gems that I thought would be nice for like blood drips. And I got some really tiny red beading and I added that to the bottom edge of the corset because I felt it needed just more. It was blending, the black of the corset was blending into the black of the skirt too much. And here's the finished look. There's still some like little things that I need to tweak, like one of the thumb claws came off, so I need to reattach that. But otherwise, I think this is it done. I styled the wig in an updo so it wouldn't affect the collar at all. And I have these bat ears that I made. I'll probably make a separate video for those, but I make and sell those on my Etsy shop, Sorcery Creations, if you're interested. And here's an up-close look at my hands with how they fit, how they move. And I will be wearing some black gloves so you won't see my hands. But they're pretty easy to get on and off, so I can use my hands whenever. And then my fingers, I can just slide right back in. It's a bit stiff because I did add some Mod Podge to like the edge of the sleeves, just because I wanted to blend that finish of the bat boning into the sleeves. Otherwise it was just like a harsh line and it was bothering me. But it did stiffen up the fabric. And I'll probably do a little makeup tutorial of how I did my cute little bat nose. Yeah, they're very, very fun to wear, to wave around. It's a nice, like, little prop accessory. Oh, and that's it. See you in the next one.